Today, another video in the Descript templates playlist. A question I get a lot is, can you stack templates? Can you apply templates on top of each other? Yes, you can. And to do so, you simply apply a template after already having applied a template. It's simple in most cases, but I think the reason people are asking the question is because sometimes it causes issues if the templates have conflicting layout settings. So here's what I mean. Inside of our project, I'm gonna apply a couple really simple layers to illustrate when it works, and then a couple that are a little bit more complicated to show you when it doesn't work. So if I come up to templates and I'm gonna go to Descript's built-in ones in the gallery here. I'm gonna go to title, and I'll just apply this first one that I see here called fading titles. And this template, if I look at the timeline, I can see is just two layers. There's one that is for the your title here, and there's one for subtitle. So two layers. That's it. That's what this template is. If I come back into the templates, I'm going to apply a second template still inside of the scene where I applied the first one, add it by clicking on it. And that added two more layers. So I have one called lower thirds title and one called lower thirds subtitle. So I now have 4 scenes total. And while this template might not make much sense to do in a real project, you can at least see that they're just getting stacked on top of each other. They don't interfere with each other, and it works. So this is a case where stacking templates works. Now, if I create a new scene, just come to the end here, I'm now inside of scene 2. So whenever I apply a template, it's going to apply to scene 2. I'm going to go back to my drive. I'm going to apply some custom templates here. And let me try this with, let's do one of my webcam ones. I'm going to do webcam bottom right. So there we go. There's me in the bottom right, and there's my screen. So this is me showing Descript. This is a typical template that I use a lot, but watch what happens if I apply one of my hotkey templates. These are hotkeys that pop up whenever I mention a hotkey. So if I click on this one and I apply it, it made me full screen. So it took away my green screen effect that I had applied, and it overrode it with the latest template that I applied. So in this case, when there's conflicting layout settings, the most recently applied template is the one that will be in effect on your project. But there's a way to undo this. I can now apply that original template again to override it yet again and get back to where I started. So I'm going to come back down. I'm going to find that one called webcam bottom right, click on it, and now it's applied again. But we run into the problem where it overrode the title, and now it's getting covered up. But there's a way around. The title layers are still right here. This one called Command+R and this one called rectangle. And so what I can do is click on these layers and change the layer order to bring them to the front again. I'm going to bring the rectangle up first. So I right click on it, layer order, bring to front. And now I can see that rectangle again. Then I can click on the words, the title, layer order, bring to front. And there it is. Hopefully that gives you an idea of how stacking layers works. If they conflict, you're going to have to do some tweaking to make sure that you get the layout settings that you want. And if they don't conflict, feel free to stack them. You can go crazy with them. As long as they're separate layers, you'll have no problem. If you want to go deeper on templates, check out the rest of this playlist, or feel free to check out the templates masterclass that I have linked below.